How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to the Shapeshifting Detective. Now, we're out of things to ask people about, I think. It's time for us to move on to the next chapter and hopefully get talking to the photographer guy. Let's see what
It's
happens.
7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Cool. Next chapter. We got Zach to talk to now.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
It's not that kind of visit. Are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
The Shaws hired me.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
You've never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
You photographed Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Oh, diddums. Did you come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
A natural habitat. So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Can hook me up with some naughty photos.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
What do you see?
I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Why'd you look at me like that? That was creepy. Did you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I don't think I like what you're implying, Detective. Is that all?
You're friends with Violet Gallagher?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
How well?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
So you're sleeping with her?
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
Well, that was all very weird. Do you know Zach Weston?
No? Who's that?
He took photos of Dorota.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
I don't know.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, If you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me.
Of course.
Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't.
That's fair. Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
Her what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
No. No, I mean professional photos.
I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Let's talk to the chief.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know.
Zach was in his studio last night.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Motive?
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
You're not an artist. Zach was taking boudoir photos of Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
Not Oscar, that's for sure. Maybe they were for someone else.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
I'm sure there is. Alright, to the guest house. Away! We need to talk to Zach as Violet, that's obvious. Let's talk about Zach Weston again.
Do we really have to?
Yes. He says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
Why doesn't he act like it?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
Is he?
No.
Good. And for... Oh, shit. What's happening? Who are you? Small child? No, little girls creep me out, man. Even though I have one of my own. But still. Everybody knows little girls are creepy. Let's talk to Bronwyn, I guess.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Sort me out? That sounds fucking filthy. Alright. I guess that means it's just rain. Do you know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota.
What about Dorota?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
So, Birmingham.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Why did the Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Like being South African. Tell me about the Travellers.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Sounds like demons to me. Why demons?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travellers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the...
That's why we were talking about possession. Travellers can inhabit us.
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Wait a minute. That sounds like us. That sounds like me. I'm the traveller? I'm the killer? Did I kill her? What the hell? That's what it sounds like, right? I'm not just losing my mind here. We become the person. Oh my god. In simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think the murderer is a traveller?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
That does sound like us though, right? Are we a murderer? I'm a bit worried about that. Can we turn the radio back on?
Water below like you'd find the bed sheets at night. He was dead.
Okay. Alright. I want to be Violet for now, so we can talk to Zach.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
I feel like I'm tripping balls all of a sudden.
Ready too late. The demon didn't meet each other. After first domino was knocked to the dirt.
You're creeping me out, stop
Hello, gorgeous.
it. You're creeping me out too. Also stop it.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping?
Famous for being murdered. That's how she'll be remembered anyway.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Yet more dominoes fell, landing at the
Oscar. Oscar's not there.
bones.
Chief's not there.
Waves eroding the people on shore until only the sand remained. The demon
The radio says
always
Decker on it.
spread like a person
That's right, I can't
with
talk to
no
them.
touch.
I talked to Rain. Rain's not here, okay.
No
Shit, well that was a
shared
quick round, wasn't
Just
it?
an audience.
That radio show is creeping me out, man. It's super creeping me out.
Hi, Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Chief DuPont. Chief DuPont. At your service.
Arms wide.
Nothing to do with you.
From this height.
It's just Rain left here.
Night.
No, nobody there. Cool. Okay.
Arms wide, I dive from the roof of the Mandela Tower block.
Chief? Again?
Hey.
Did
Just
Dorota have any online friends?
checking in on an old friend, you know.
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups? Do you have access to her email?
Nice.
No, she didn't email much. She checked the messages on her phone. What is it you're looking for?
Anything that helps solve the murder.
Okay, that makes sense.
There was enough
much.
food for two.
Zach.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her?
The scholarship
The
to
scholarship
Juilliard.
to Juilliard.
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
He creeps
What
me
type
out,
of
man.
photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Such as.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the... Don't be facetious.
I'm deadly serious. Most of my clients are female, but I wouldn't like to assume.
Watched him jump. Red and gold robes billowing in the
What an
wind,
asshat.
shimmering into
Alright,
nothingness
anyway.
long before the ground. Scent is always the first.
You're creeping me out, radio. Stop it. Okay, so we can be Rain. Not a lot of options in this time
Rain.
period, to be fair.
I'm Rain. Okay.
Some new people, but some old people have been locked off for this section.
It's still not home.
No problem, no Lexi.
I climb over.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
It's nice.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Ew. That's horrible.
She's
so creepy.
Think she wants to change into something else.
So creepy.
But because she turns.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What did we talk about?
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Eh?
Okay.
That sounds very, I don't know, suspicious.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
With Poe and Monroe.
Very suspicious. No Oscar. Chief?
Descent
No Chief?
by the
Let's switch
raw
people
heat.
again then. Listen to the creepy
Dimitri
radio.
stared out into the pitch black darkness out.
We can be Zach for a while.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Powers of douchebaggery, more like. Though everyone's
When
a
he
bit of
had
a
first
douchebagger
heard
around here,
those
must admit.
words, under
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Are you happy, Dorota? What?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Was
I
this some
wanted to
Hot
make sure
Fuzz
we
type
were
stuff
still
where
okay.
everybody did it all at once? They did it all together?
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about. Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there. You saw the photos.
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
field were all
We come
experts in their
to get it
field.
on.
Those
like
being
Donkey Kong.
paleontology,
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
and brightest.
Whoa.
As they
Whoa.
waited for the elevator to reach the
That
bottom,
must be bad
they
then. That
went
must
through
be
their
real
schedule for the
bad.
day, which
No one here.
A
We have
whole
the
of less-
chief. No one there. Alright, we're gonna
several
switch again.
kilometers into the ground. Its edges were
He
most
just threw us out of his
unusual,
room.
in that
Jesus,
they
we
were
must be
astonishingly
horrible.
smooth.
There must be some scary ass guy.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Oscar.
Over 50 million years ago, long
This is going to
before
be a
the dawn
short
of the
session
first.
because we can't talk to Bronwyn or Lexi.
They had been able to ascertain about
Bronwyn's
their
the main
mystifying
suspect.
discovery.
At least she was.
And done. The plan then was to send more probes
Okay,
down
okay.
the hole in all.
Nothing here.
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I have another suggestion, Dr.
Speeding
Utani
that
offered.
much?
Without much
Jesus.
thought, Dimitri blurted out,
Turns out Oscar's a bad
"We
boy.
could send a person down there."
Alright, looks like we're done with the chapter, I think. Can't think of anyone else to talk to.
And I'm
A little
not
bit
sure
earlier
that's
than usual. Maybe we'll
wise,
start the next chapter.
said Dr.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Thanks, Poe and Monroe. Next chapter.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
Go on. Oh crap, you know I'm the Traveller, right?
It's the 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Ellis Monroe.
Monroe? As in Poe and Monroe?
Probably a few hundred meters more, he jerked
even
to a
met
sudden
Monroe.
halt. That's the end of the rope.
Okay,
Dimitri
okay,
said
okay.
out
We'll
loud.
start with Ellis then.
You must be Sam.
You must be Monroe.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Do you know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks.
How'd you meet her?
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
What happened after the show?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
You know Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Something else?
I said some guys like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
We think the murderer watched her in the same way.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar was playing football last night.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Did Oscar know about you?
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way.
Tell me about Poe.
We're co-hosts. On the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Partners or friends?
Can't we be both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him.
Cool. Where were you last night?
On air. We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Do you know Zach Weston?
Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
Have you had any private sessions with him?
No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing.
That's what the pictures are for. Cool. You and Dorota are in a relationship. You
This
already
is
figured
just
that out.
between us, right?
Just between
We
us.
fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
You're a little creepy too. You have no friends?
Poe and Dorota. People I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants.
Any idea who might want to hurt you?
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
I don't know. You should probably talk to one of the tarot people, right? It means you're anxious about something.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
I will protect you?
That sounds reassuring. I hope it's not just words, Sam.
I don't know what else we can do.
You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here.
What else do you want me to do?
Sam? You forgot your phone.
No, thanks.
Unsettling guttural sounds.
Alright, well, we should probably wrap this episode up here before we continue this chapter. We've got a lot of people to get through and a lot of people to talk to, and I think we can get back to Lexi and Bronwyn this time. So until the next one, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next episode.